from geological point of view, is Iceland a very interesting country. Old. Comparing to other countries which are in Europe, for example, supposed to be 70 to 300 million years old. So it is often said that Iceland is like a 3 months old baby. Yeah, we will be very soon at the hotel, and I do think that you have all the information, so I'm not going to repeat that. And like I told, it's really worth visiting. Really fantastic view. And there's a cafeteria on the 4th floor, so you don't have to, if you don't want to have a dinner there, that is not necessary, you know. You see, you can also go only for the view, if you like. And that's a cafeteria on the 4th floor. But if you're going to have a nice dinner, it is better to order that in advance. But that is Landspítalinn, or the hospital of the country. All these buildings here. The white one with the black roof, and one of our many hotels which are in Reykjavik. And here we can see the domestic airport to the left.
during summer you can see quite many anglers standing both in the water and on the banks catching this beautiful fish. And on the other side of the river is the edge of a 6,000 years old lava field, which has almost disappeared under the blanket of soil and vegetation. The most popular summer resort in the country. Those houses belong to people living in the densely populated areas, both here in the southern lowlands and in the capital area. It's a lovely area, wooded with mainly with birds, which is natural to this country. Low brushes, but the higher. However, a few grain fields in the southern part of the country and also in the north, where they concentrate on growing barley. But it hardly ever to be found all over the country, a very shy animal and not to be seen very frequently. Then we have minks imported in the 30s for breeding in this country, but quite a few of them escaped, and they have lived happily ever after as wild animals brought here originally by the first settlers. Rats were brought here by the merchant ships, maybe in the 15th and 16th centuries. And then we have still another imported species, the reindeer. Between 600 and 1,000 are hunted each year to keep the stock down to this limit, to make it possible for them to survive the winter, the whales, the seals. Of 24 species of whales in the world, we have 14 in the oceans around the country. And whaling activities in this country ceased in 1987 and haven't been commenced again.
covered with the snow now, all this lava, which is here to be seen, but even though you can see some of it, can't you? That is all lava which has been flowing, and we call this Kristitökuhraun. And that means, that is, the meaning of it is when Christianity was adopted in Iceland, that was in year 1000, and the specialists think that that was the time which this has been flowing, all this lava. So it got its name from these events which took place in Iceland when Christianity was adopted in year 1000. And the one who introduced Christianity to Iceland. And it reminds me on tomorrow, for those who are going to the Blue Lagoon and on our way to the airport tomorrow, then you can see and the small village. We can see you have already, most of you been here, haven't you? Fjarðargerði? Yes, when you went to the Golden Circle tour, there's a lot of greenhouses. And talking about vegetables and so, we grow quite a lot of those in our many greenhouses in Iceland, and we are using the geothermal heat for that. Well, but even though we produce quite a lot of those things, that is not enough, so we had to import also quite a lot of the vegetables. And we do prefer to have the apples and oranges from countries with a warmer climate than here. You know, we are very optimistic, and we try to have some bananas, but they are so small and they are so green, you know. And the name of the village here gets the name from these hot springs. And here we have, you can see quite a lot of greenhouses. And they also use light, so they will grow faster. It's a very nice hotel here, Hotel Ark, with a swimming pool. It's a very popular one. And we can see it very obviously here to be seen to the right. Can you see it? That is the Westman Islands. Can you see here? That is Heimaey, the one which is took place. And it is very obviously here to be seen when we are looking at the mountains here that how the sea has we are, even though very optimistic, we'll be trying to grow some here. Vegetation. It's a struggle to live. See some of it. Landgrass. And here could we see some warning. You don't climb, please, on the icebergs. They are very, very slippery. it seems like, maybe very thin layer of sand, and then it is so slippery. So I will beg you to take a good care. Yeah, can you imagine this all this power to bring those some kilometers from the glacier?
Interesting one.